some things that lie beyond the cloud. And those genes are interesting, but they're very subtle. So I think it's just an important message to take home today that even though we celebrate all of our differences, we are quite similar even at the brain level. And what do those differences look like? This is an example of a study that we did to follow up and see what exactly those differences were. And they're quite subtle. These are things where genes are turned on in an individual cell type. These are two genes that we found that as good examples. One is called relin. It's involved in early developmental cues. DISC1 is a gene that's deleted in schizophrenia. These aren't schizophrenic individuals, but they do show some population variation. And so what you're looking at here in donor 1 and donor 4, which are the exceptions to the other two, that genes are being turned on in a very specific subset of cells. It's this dark purple precipitate within the cell that's telling us a gene is turned on there. Whether or not that's due to the individual's genetic background or their experiences, we don't know. Those kinds of studies require much larger populations. So I'm going to leave you with a final note about the complexity of the brain and how much more we have to go. I think these resources are incredibly valuable. They give researchers a handle on where to go, but we've only looked at a handful of individuals at this point. We're certainly going to be looking at more. I'll just close by saying that the tools are there, and this is truly an unexplored, undiscovered continent. This is the new frontier, if you will. And so for those who are undaunted but humbled by the complexity of the brain, the future awaits. Thanks.
The precision of a watch is a function of its movement. For Rolex and for Hans Wilsdorf, to guarantee the precision of a timepiece, the pressing question was how to protect the movement itself from the elements, not only water, but also tiny particles of dust. In 1926, a major step was taken with the creation of the world's first waterproof and dustproof wristwatch. The Rolex Oyster was born.